Zini P. Good evening. Bumi. Bumi, how are you? Queenie. Hi. How you doing? Queenie, are you at work? Queenie, can you see my dread? My dread is so long. It's growing. Can you see? Queenie, are you jealous? Good evening, guys. Good evening. We're back again. Today I want to teach. You know, my ear has been ringing. My ear has been ringing since afternoon. I've been holding back, like, you know, the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak, you know, that kind of thing. They've been dropping a lot of messages for me to teach. And I'm like, I was live yesterday. Why am I coming live again? I don't need to be too available. I have works to do. But they still pushed me that I should come and teach. So let me teach now, even if it's 1 hour or 45 minutes, at least, so that the ringing in my ears would calm down. Because the more it's getting, good evening, Choma, the more it's getting towards the more it's getting late, it's becoming intense, the ringing in my ear. So I need to teach so I can be calm. Okay. Choma, darling, how you doing? Fine woman. Let's tap on our screen so that others will join, because what I want to talk about today is active but silent altars. That's what I want to talk about. Active but silent altars. So it's a topic that is going to be very, very interesting and intense. You are going to learn from it, especially those of you that have altars already. Okay. Choma, thank you so much for the like. I can see you have been. Victor, good evening. How was your day? Please, let's invite others. Let's tap. Let's invite others. Let's tap. Let's invite others. Choma, how are my babies? How are they doing? Guys, let's tap on our screen. Let's tap on. For those of you that missed I'm good with myself too. For those of you that missed yesterday's teaching, it's already live on YouTube. For those of you that missed yesterday's session, you can go on YouTube and watch. It was very interesting. We talked about do you believe in reincarnation? But today we are talking about something different, something entirely different. Okay, so do well to visit the YouTube page, watch it, and drop a comment for me there. I like to read from you people. I enjoy going to YouTube, especially reading the comment. I reply my YouTube comment a lot than my TikTok comment. YouTube, the topic of the life is active and silent altars. Active and silent altars. Some people don't know that their altars are active because it's silent. There are some altars that are very active but it's silent. I want to tell you why, what's going on, what's happening to you. In a religion, I don't do religion. I'm a spiritual person. I don't do religion. So guys, let's tap on our screen. Sweet, how you doing? It's been a while. How is everything with you? Let's tap. Oh my god, Lexi, good evening, darling. How you doing? Let's tap. You know the rules here. When we get to 2,000 likes before we start, okay? I was reflecting today on my bed while I was lying down, and I noticed that I have a lot of spiritual daughters and spiritual sons. But the thing with me is I don't like to choke my spiritual children. I believe that if something is wrong, if they need to reach out, they will reach out. I don't reach out and be disturbing them. Come and do this. Fiona, how are you doing? Come and do this, come and do that, you know. I believe that when they need help or they need assistance, they reach out. But the kind of complaint I'm getting from some of them, and I check, I'll see that their altar is active but quiet. Why are you people allowing your altar to be quiet? Altar is not a place to be quiet. It's not. Good evening, Lumete. I don't know if I pronounced your name properly. Pardon me. Lumete. Okay, let's tap, let's share, let's invite, let's rally round, let's call for a family meeting. We want to start the family meeting, morning devotion. Let's gather around. For those of you that are still sleepy, wash your eyes, go to the bathroom, wash your eyes so that your face will be bright for morning devotion. It's time to hear from the Lord. Oriaku, greetings, darling. How you doing? I remember in those days. Oh, okay. I remember in those days as a young child, if you wake me up for morning devotion, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, you see that morning devotion thing is something I never liked. Hi, if they now say lead prayer point, let everybody be praying, I'm there, I've bent down, I'm sleeping. I never liked morning devotion. I don't like it at all. I'm always sleeping there. And when my mom knows that you are sleeping, she will give you song. Oh yeah, lead praise, lead chorus. Oh yeah, everybody stand up. I didn't enjoy that part of my childhood, I swear. Good evening, Mel's Perfume. How you doing? Compassion, how you doing? Okay, we've gotten to 2,000 likes. Today's topic, active but silent altars. Active but silent altars. That's what I'm talking about today. Now, what do I mean by active but silent. There are a lot of us that we've come back to spirituality. Greetings, Mercy. We've come back to spirituality, and in the verge of coming back, we found out that we are chosen, we are called. And you find out, okay, as I'm called, what do I need to do? And the spiritualist tells you that you need to have an altar. Now, but what I've got to understand is that a lot of us coming back to our roots is having an altar. I have got to understand that, you see, majority of the people that didn't have money to do their work immediately, they found out who they were. Immediately they found out that I am chosen and this is what I'm called for, and there is no money yet to do their work. When they eventually do the work, they succeed more in the work than people that had the money to start the work and they just start it. Let me give an instance. Welcome.
Yeah.
Let me give you an instance now. They tell you that you have a spiritual calling, right? And when you do the alpha, they told you, okay, you need to do this, you need to set altar, you need to settle your water people, you need to do your agu, you need to settle your chi, and somehow you just rally around and provide the money. Now, the problem here that most of you experience is that you've not even understood the spirit that called you before you set that altar. You don't even have a relationship to know, okay, they say I have calling. They say I need to set my altar. Let me even know this spirit that is calling me on my own before I set altar. A lot of you skip that process. And you see, that process is like the foundation of the building. But you see those people that they've told that you are a chosen one, and you need to settle your water, you need to do your chi, you need to do agu, you need to do this, settle in DO2, settle this, settle that, and they don't have money to do those things. They now have they are now propelled or mandated to start communicating with spirit to provide for them. Eventually, when those people answer their calling and set their altar, they do more, they progress more, they function more. Why? Because in the process of waiting for the funds to be available, they connect to their spirit force that call. Understand the purpose. They know how to communicate with the spirits. Because why? They've been communicating with these spirits to open doors for them to do the work. So they have a what? The spirit forces before they actually set altar. Such people don't give spiritualist problem. You see, such people, those are the kind of spiritual daughters and sons love to have. It's not the ones that they just give you, they tell you, say you call today, you are for the call. You see such spiritual children, they miss you. They don't have a foundation and understanding of what this is. A lot of people on this don't believe that doctrine of call is set an altar. When you set an altar or you do this spiritual work, automatically your life becomes balanced. But one thing that you people don't know is that setting of altar, activating your spirit forces, is one of the first step of your spirituality. Now there the work starts. That is when the work just started. That is not a time for you to now what? Sit down and relax. No. For those of you that have set, I noticed that there are a lot of people that what? Came back to their roots, settled this spirit, and went back to start living their normal life. tell you today, if you don't know, if you have never heard it, you are a chosen one. No way you can have a normal life. If you are called as a chosen person, you cannot live a normal life. Now, the problem I found that with a lot of people is that by the time they set their altar, they want to go back to be living their regular life that they stopped, that paused before they set altar. Some of them used to be real estate people, some of them are into businesses, some of them are into working, doing jobs. Immediately they set altar, they are going back to that life that paused before because they believe that they have settled their problem. Now let me tell you something, give you a very vivid example. If you have a job now, let me say NNPC employs you and gives you an offer letter. Good evening, darling. They give you an offer letter as what? They are offering you a job. Now, as somebody that got the job, you are not showing up in the company as a staff. The work they called you for, you are not doing the work that NNPC employed you for. Would you receive salary? The benefit that comes with the work as an NNPC staff, would you receive it? Obviously, no. That's a lot of what is happening to a lot of you. You set the altar and you want to get the benefits of a chosen one. One thing I always say on this space is that what? The blessings of a chosen one is not tied to your altar. It is tied to your service. If Spirit calls you to serve, and you set altar and you are going to a regular 8 to 9 job, you are not serving. You see the benefits that come with this service as a chosen one, you will not get it. The benefit that made you to set the altar, the kind of life and the kind of wealth and the kind of enjoyment that made you to go and settle all the spirits that they said is disturbing you, for the fact that you kept in one, you don't set the. Some of you, I've got to find out that some of you will set altar. You see, the day when they set that altar for you, that's the day you light candle in that altar last. Before you remember to light candle in that altar again, is maybe in 2 years' time, or something happened. You say, okay, you heard it on TikTok that people need to be lighting candle in your altar. You go there, you light. Let me tell you, when you set an altar and you raise an altar, you have activated those spirit forces. Now, what happens? Those spirits that you activated, they want to walk. That's the reason for the altar. You set them, you activated them for them to walk. Now, you have called them in, you have set altar, and you are not walking. You are not walking, you are not venerating them. Instead, you want to live your regular life. Do you know what happens to you? It now looks as if since you set altar, your life pause. It now looks as if since you set altar, shall they say you have call? Since I answered this call, things are not working for me. I don't even understand my life. Some of you now begin to what? Disturb the spiritualist that did the work for you. And say, since you answered this call, you have not seen result too. In fact, things are no longer working for you. One thing you need to know is that once you set an altar that is not active, it begins to bring you witchcraft. Whether you like it or not, was an altar is set, if positive energies are not occupying that altar, negative energy will occupy it. Something must be working there. And if you don't activate and keep exchanging the energy in your altar by going there to venerate and speaking, lighting candle, lighting incense, in there, negative energy will dwell and take the altar for you. Even you that is a spiritualist that has an altar and you are not putting in the work, you go hungry. Even you that is called, that they've told you that you are, that is called, that they've told you that you are a big person, you are big, you are the highest of the highest. If you don't put in the work as a spiritual person, you will be on a standstill. Spirit never said they will bless you. What did they say? They will bless you. And we all have our destiny. You set altar as a chosen one, right? And the is to save souls, rescue souls, deliver, provide. Now you leave that your destiny path and you gotta be working. Spirit will not bless your hand in that one. No. One thing I noticed is that before I answered my call, I used to be a weight loss coach and I had businesses. When it was time for this my call, they shut everything down. I would do set on my, before in my weight loss class, I used to have, then as I don't know how many now that WhatsApp group collect to, but then it used to be about 300 and something or so, and my classes used to be full. Right now, when it was time for that call, I wasn't getting any clients anymore. Nobody contacts me for weight loss. Nobody contacts me to buy products. Nobody contacts me for anything. I was on a standstill. They shut the business down. Now, I answered this calling, and one thing I'm always grateful for is that what? I had a passion for the call. Anything I put my mind to, I put my passion into it. That's the way I am. If I want to do a business now, I will put my passion into it. That's why I noticed that somebody like me, I can even before I got married, I cannot double date. They will catch me. You will catch me. You know why? Because immediately I start dating the next person, my love automatically transfer from this other person to, I don't have to run 2 races. Person will know that something is wrong. Because I am that person that immediately I shift my attention here, my whole life has shifted there. I don't know how to manage to, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The way many girls can play that game and have 5 boyfriends. See, you see me on my, they'll catch me. I am like that. So when I started this call, I gave it my all. I think that was one of the reasons why my blessings started coming fast. Was because why? I make spirit no say I did for, you see this call now, you know they go anywhere, me I know they go anywhere. I was showing up at every time. Even when it wasn't convenient. There are some days that I don't feel like lighting candle. There are some days that I don't feel like stepping into my altar. See, I just one day. I don't want to do anything spiritual. There are some days like that. But because I know that I don't own myself again, I will show up there. Even though I'm not praying to 5 minutes, I will light candle. I will shall do the gibberish I want to do and I will leave. Let me show up. I don't know if you understand. There are a lot of spiritual daughters and sons I have today. I'm not proud of them. You know why I'm not proud of them? I have the ones I can hit my chest I'm proud of. But I have a lot of them too that I'm not proud of them. Because one of the reasons why they came back to their root was because of money. One of the reasons why they came back to spirituality was because everything stopped working for them. And they told them, this is what is doing you, go and fix it. Immediately they do the altar, they want to go back to living the life they used to live. When I started showing up for my spiritual journey, I started putting in the work. Guess what? People started contacting me back for weight loss. They started chatting me, oh man, I want to pay for weight loss now. Where's your weight loss class? I was surprised. You can't hear me? Queenie, I'm not audible. Please, if you can hear me, kindly signify. Can't you hear me on the live? Okay, you can hear. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Now, when I started the call, I've already gotten, maybe it's network, please manage it, not vex. I've already gotten into the spiritual part. I was showing up on TikTok. I was showing up on WhatsApp. I was balancing and trying to get my spirituality right. People started contacting me back for weight loss. Coach, where have you been? These were the same people that were not chatting me before. But immediately I put my spirit forces first. Businesses started coming. And now somebody like me, because of how busy I was spiritually, I could no longer jiggle all the businesses together. I could no longer match up with all the, because sometimes the consultations are overwhelming. I don't know if you understand. I could no longer fit in with the consultations and because my weight loss class, I will be present here. My weight loss class, I was very active with my classes. So immediately I started this spiritual part. I could no longer meet up with that aspect of my weight loss class because I needed to give it more attention the way I was giving my spiritual journey attention. So eventually I started telling them, I don't do this business anymore. What am I saying? Once you are called, you see that business that you are running and following that is making you to abandon that your altar. Carry the altar first on your head like a government work. You see that business that you are, see, the way we were programmed as chosen ones, Spirit did not create us to work hard. Spirit created us to show up. And they will do the remaining part as a chosen one, as a queen, as a king. They didn't create you or give you this part to till the ground so hard. Like seriously, Rain? Do you understand? But a lot of us have taken that part that we must till the ground so hard to eat. That business that is making you to abandon the spirit forces that want to walk through you. Keep it. I'm not saying that you should throw your business away. Don't get it wrong. But you see the energy and the zeal that you put into that business, put it into the spiritual work. Put it into your altar. Show up. Let your altar, see, there are a lot of quiet and silent altars. There are a lot of silent altars that are in people's homes. It's not that the altar is not active, it is silent. Altars and what have refused to give you. There is no way spirits can appear on this earth and start working without a human body. The reason why they need that altar is just the way you as a human being need a roof over your head, because they want to walk through you. They want to walk through you. Now you give them a room, a roof, an altar, but you refuse to put yourself down for them to walk. You set the altar, you left the altar there. Is it the spirit that you set altar for that will now come and be blessing you when you did not give them the body to walk? One thing you need to know as a chosen one, the result of your spirit, some of you that have done Alpha, they've told you that you have wealth, you are a big person, you are going to be known worldwide, the world will hear your name, you have money, you are a big king, you are a big queen. My dear, you see those things, they will become fallacy if you don't put your body down for the spirit to use you. You see those things that they are telling you are the benefits of spirit using you to walk. It is not in the benefit of setting altar for them. That altar is just a medium for you to commune with them. So you setting altar and abandoning it in your house and go and be hustling outside. Now you dey do yourself. You are the one that is your biggest problem. And one thing I need to tell you people, because right now, you see 2026 is the year for the chosen ones. Spirits have taken it upon themselves that what? Spirits have taken it upon themselves. Spirits have taken it upon themselves that this year, you see chosen ones, they will not have peace until they do their assignments. I didn't see your message. They will not have peace until they do the assignment. So even the ones that have set altar already, they are still not having peace. So I bet you there are a lot of people that have settled their spirit forces that have altars and they are still sad. Not because the altar is not active, but because they have not put their self down for the spirit to work. The blessings of a chosen one is not in setting altar. You guys should stop rushing to set altar. Stop rushing to set altar that you don't have the time to attend to. You will go and look for money, borrow money, do this, do that, sell property, some of you, and set altar only for you to abandon the altar in one section of your house and go about living your normal life. And you will come and count it for me, Oma, I've set this altar now going to 2 years. There is nothing in my life. Are you joking right now? You see me, Oma, even though say I dey talk like this, if I don't show up in my altar regularly for the spirit to use me, you see the flame that is burning in me go die. You must be what? Responsible and what? Be ready to put in the work. Be ready to put in the work. Even big spiritualists, they still dey collect woto from wetin spirits that nobody see. One thing people don't understand, that the fact that spirit called you does not mean that spirit will be looking at you and overlooking your mistakes. Spirits don't have emotions like us humans. When we go to overlook wetin this one they do, a lot of things that your children do, you overlook because they are your children. Spirits will not do that for you. Let me tell you something. No matter how big as a spiritualist that you are, you can still get punishment from the spirit you are working with. You know, there are a lot of people that be shouting, Aku Okuko. How come nobody? How come? Is it that the spirit is calling? They are not active. Is it that the spirit is calling? The spirit that is working with him don't have power. Let me tell you how spirit works. Spirit can be telling you, stop this thing, stop this thing, stop this thing. We don't like it, and you are not listening. They will allow you to face the consequences of that action. They will be looking at you, not that they are not active. Not that they are not active. If spirit, they tell you, say you get spiritual call. You have spiritual call. You have found out that you have call. You rally round, you set altar. You that is abroad, you carry your altar home to Jalingo or Okokomaiko, where you are based, and you set your altar there, and you are not showing up for that altar. Or the work when spirit, you call the spirit out to manifest in the physical realm, you are not doing the work. Sweetheart, it will be like what? They are pouring oil inside water, you know, they mix. Things will still not fall in pleasant places for you. Because when you have a spiritual calling, it is not in the altar, that is in the ultimate. The work that's what I am called, I am chosen, starts from when you set the altar. It doesn't end in setting the altar. When you set your altar, that's when the work starts. I remember when I set my altar at that time, I was always telling my husband, I said, this my altar, not the work. Oh. I said, I'm not hear anything. Oh. I said, why is it that they are not talking to me? Why is it that I cannot hear? I don't know what is going on here. My husband will go and will tell me that this altar is active. Oh. This altar is active. Oh. But because I was having imagination of Nigerian film, that when spirit want to talk to you, we say, my child, oh my child, look left, you will see a bowl. Because I had that mentality, even while they were talking to me, I wasn't understanding. I was waiting for that voice that would come from the sky and minister to me and say, do this and do this and do this. Do you understand? That was what I was waiting for. But I found out that majority of us, our spirit, is raining, so I'm even shouting so that you can hear me. I don't know, but I've kind of pressed the button for you people not to hear the sound background, as in background sound. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Because it's raining. Am I audible enough? Should I go on? Because it's raining. It's raining. You love the sound of the rain. Okay, I should go on. Okay. Shadex, please stop spamming my life. I don't know what you are writing, but just stop, please. Don't spam. Don't keep writing that thing and spam my life, please. Thank you. So, I was always waiting. Now, I got to understand. One of the things that the first step of what? You see our mind, spirit speaks to us through your... You see that thing that we used to call my intuition. Your intuition is one of the first place that spirit starts speaking to you through as a chosen one. It's not everybody that will hear sound. It's not everybody that will hear voice and say, my child, Oma, come to to this lifestyle, light candle. I swear my brain was messed up. That was how I felt Spirit was talking. I felt I will hear a loud voice. I felt so. But one of the first place, if you want to hear from spirit forces, you see your intuition, don't play with it. That's the first place they talk to you first. Try it. For every time that your spirit, your intuition tells you something, follow it. The day you don't follow it, you see that you will mess up. I now started mastering the act of listening to my intuition. Your mind. That's the first place. It is in growth you will begin to hear voices. Spirits don't just start talking to you through the voice. Why? They don't plan to scare you. If they just imagine you just set altar and the first thing you are hearing is my child, you will be frightened. It is in growth you begin to hear. And then you would have mastered the act of what? You understanding your mind. So when you hear, you know it is a message and not what? An order to frighten you. But the problem is that a lot of us, our mind, our life is too noisy. There is too many things going on in our life that we cannot even pay attention to our mind. Why do you think that the whites always tell you to meditate? Because in the time of meditation is a time that what? You concentrate, you are in a quiet state. For you to hear and listen to your mind. But some of you, you are lighting candle, you dey think wetin you want, wetin your house rent. You dey light candle, you dey think how you want to go pick your children from school. You dey light candle for your altar, you are thinking about how your boyfriend have not called you. You are thinking about, God, this is my business. So with all these things in your head, how are you going to hear when your mind is speaking? I remember the first time I started doing Alpha. I told you when I answered my call, I didn't start doing Alpha immediately. There was a spiritualist that was doing Alpha for me as a then. Until they told me, you can do it, you are ready. And even when they were telling me that I was ready, I still had fear. But I noticed that when I come to people's life here, they knew I was spiritual. They will give me a message that your spirit said you are ready to do Alpha. I will say now, wow. Hi. I was still scared. You know why I was scared? I was like, what if I tell them this thing now and they say it's not true? It's not happening to me. What will I do? The spirit of fear was there. But I thank God for the kind of partner they gave me. He will tell me that you can do it. Don't be afraid. You can do it. Anything you tell them is spirit that is speaking. Just say it. Anything you hear, say it. If you tell them that what, this is it, they tell you that it is not it. Tell you that it's not happening now, it will happen. Hi, the first day I did Alpha, I don't know if the person can remember, but I was shaking. But one thing that fascinated me was that what, for everything I was telling this person was confirming. I didn't go and learn Alpha anywhere. Some of you need to go and learn Alpha. Why? Because you are not paying attention to the spirit that what called you. It might be that place that you want to go and learn that Alpha, that's not the kind of Alpha your spirit wants you to do. And because you have gone to learn it, you did not pay attention to the spirit that called you to hear and direct you. Your alpha no go clear, no go deep. Because why? There is a disconnection in the mast and the antenna that you are using to connect. You are using the wrong antenna to connect to the mast. It no go clear. The spirit that works with that person when you went to learn that alpha is not the same spirit that is working with you. Some of you don't have the gift of alpha, you have the gift of prophecy. You see that cowries when they carry, you don't need it. But because you are not connecting and listening to the spirit that follows you, you go dey throw cowries. That's where confusion starts. By the time you are not throwing cowries, the spirit you have in your house will be quiet because they don't understand what you are doing. They don't understand what you are doing. It's just like you going to buy an MTN Wi-Fi, and you, instead of you to use MTN SIM to connect, you go put Airtel for inside MTN. You know what work. That is why you see that a lot of spiritualists, they have come out and they are throwing cowries. They don't even understand. People already know them as spiritualists. They are in a confused state. Instead of them to withdraw and reconnect, instead they will now go and join occult group. To what? To sustain that visibility that they already have. If the foundation is faulty, how can the house stand? That's why I tell you, if you miss the first step of your spiritual journey, you go suffer. Oh. The foundation needs to be solid. I have had people set altar for people that the altar was not even very active. But because the person have a connection with the spirit that called them, they taught them how to reconnect the altar. A spiritualist can set an altar for you that is not so active, but because you have a connection with the spirit that you are working with, they go tell you how to connect and correct that altar. Imagine them set an altar for you and you don't have a relationship with the spirit that called you. First of all, the altar will be bringing you negative energy and your spirit will be looking at you. Now they're waiting. They will say problem where buluku. There is no spiritualist that you see today that is successful, that is not putting in the work. Either negatively or positively, you must put in the work. Even the ones when they use negative energy, they still they put in the work. Because why? You must they do all go back to back. You must put in the work. You cannot be a chosen one and set an altar and abandon it. Some of you, a week you've not even gone to your. I don't know how you people do these things. You have an altar in your house. 1 full week, you did not go there. Let me tell you something. African spirituality is not like a religion where you rely on your pastor. It is a what? A one-man thing. You do it yourself. When they don't set altar for you, finish. Now you and the spirit know that time. That's why I laugh when I see a lot of people that are sitting down there and say, they just set altar for me. The spiritualists don't check on me. They don't follow up. If you are following up with your spirit, you will not say you don't need the spiritualist. if you are following up with the spirit that called you, you don't need that spiritualist. Even if you have a question to ask, it will be one or two. You all know that this world is becoming a global village. The market is on the internet. The market is on the internet. Gone are those days where you need to enter bush to go and look for a spiritualist. We are in a technology state now. Even people don't have physical shops again the way they used to have before in those days. Where if you are paying so much money for a physical shop, now you are wasting your money. Because people don't even go to a physical shop. Everybody wants to order online. And you think spirits don't know? That is why you see them. Spirit is pushing the spiritualists to be online, to be on your faces. Some of you have set altar and you are sitting down there and you are waiting. Oma, how will I start? Oma, I don't. Who will come and meet me? How will I walk? See? Let me tell you something. God. Majority of you listening to me today, I've never met you. Majority of you listening to me today, I have worked for you. I don't know you from anywhere. Where did I know you from? This very space. If the negative energies and the negative spirit can take advantage of this space called internet and manipulate people's destiny, what is stopping you that is genuinely called from coming to this space to represent the spirit that called you? You have good phones. Some of you are carrying iPhone 17. The only thing you use it to do is call on WhatsApp with boyfriend. The spirits go dey look you. Some of you will give flimsy excuse. I don't know how to teach like you. But do you know that there are people that use AI to pass information, spiritual information, and their page is very active? There are some spiritualists on this space that you've never seen their picture, but their page is very active with spiritual content. You set altar, you keep the altar, you lock am for inside cupboard. You set altar, you close the room where the altar dey. I don't do my part, I've set it. Shey they say it's altar, I've set the altar. Then tomorrow when Oma buy car and post, my spirit forces have blessed me, jealousy will not allow you to write congratulations. Because you are jealous. Why is he only that used to celebrate? Let me tell you, I put in the work. So spirit go bless the work of my hands. But you that lock your altar, you don't buy candle, you don't buy incense, you don't do anything in the altar. Then you want spirit to give you the same blessing that they are giving me that is putting in the work. You know they work like that now. Even you check them out. Enough of the silent altars. If you know that you are not ready to forfeit one thing to face your spiritual journey that they called you for, don't set altar yet. Leave them. May you they suffer for earth, they go first. Leave them where they are. Don't set altar if you know you are not ready to attend to it and give it what time. There are too many people that are setting altars and they are not ready to put in the work. There are too many altars that are making spiritualists to look like we don't know what we are doing. It's not that the altar is not active, it's silent. The spirits are looking at you. Why? Because you are not making use of them. You are not making use of them. Before you come back home to say you want to answer your call, if you know say the altar when you want set, say that's why sometimes the Igbe religion, I tend not to understand it. I'm telling you, where and they will have an ogwa and plenty people's altars are in the ogwa. Why are you telling them to create an altar that they will not attend to? If you have an altar, it is a personal altar. You should be attending to your altar yourself. Some of them will keep their altars in their own Igbe or their spiritual father's shrine. 1 year they've not gone there. Why do you tell them to set an altar? That's one concept I've still not gotten to understand. Be attended. Why do you bring out so much money to do a spiritual exercise that you are not ready to dedicate to? If you know you are listening to me here and you have an altar in your house and you don't know, you don't, things are not still working for you, I want to hear from you what the problem is. Some of you have altar and you don't even know the spirit to call in front of that altar because you don't know the spirit that called you. You don't even know the name of the spirit that was used to set the altar. So what are you doing exactly? I want to hear from you. I want to take questions. If you have a spiritual question that you know you want to ask me about your altar or what you are facing, you have a question, please kindly send a request. Let me hear from you. That thing is true. Some of them have altars. They are still carrying NSPPD every day. They are still going for morning mass. They are still coming to take communion. The spirit forces will just be looking at you like this one is just a joker. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. It's either hot or you are cold. In spirituality, lukewarm is an abomination. It's either you are what? You are hot or you are cold. You cannot be lukewarm. Especially as a chosen one. I don't know. My network is not good. I'm finding it difficult to ask, bring up people. Okay. DBICD. You are audible. I don't know of the other people. Can you guys hear him?
Okay, I
Can
just
you
want to
hear
chip
him?
in something. Am I audible? Okay, I want to chip in
Yes.
something. Greetings to everyone. What I want to chip in this teaching rendered today by Oma Water, the great water priestess, is that you must stand in one place. I see a lot of people, you have a lot of doubt in your heart. You don't know whether to cut the umbilical cord connecting you and your pastor and your church or your mosque. But yet you want to still chook your head or put one leg in practicing the African spirituality. You must decide, you must make up your mind. If you are awakened, you are awakened. In African spirituality, we don't evangelize, we don't go to hunt for souls the way other religions do. We don't coerce people to come and join. No. You must have your own personal encounter that will make you say, okay, I want to come around. And when you come around completely. Leave the other side alone. You can have altars in your house. You have an altar that represents African spirituality. But every Sunday, you are first to go to collect Holy Communion. What happened to you communing with your spirit forces in the house? What happened to you doing that? All these things we are plagiarized by the Christians and all of them from us, because in the olden days, our forefathers sit down with kola nuts, they commune, and they break the kola, and everybody eats in the family, and everybody shares drink. That is Holy Communion. Not eating the body or the flesh of anybody and drinking the blood of anybody. We don't drink blood, we are humans. Anybody that drinks human blood is a cannibal. Anybody that eats human is a vampire. Anybody that eats human flesh is a cannibal. When you stand for African spirituality, stand firm and forget about trying to go to church today. Tomorrow you are coming to feed your chi. Next tomorrow you are in this Sabbath church, and the other day you are in Sele. The next thing you are coming to go for water walk. Sit in one place so that if thunder won't fire you, go know where they fire you from. Stand one place so that you can know what is happening to you. Stop running around. If you're practicing African spirituality, stand by African spirituality so that you know where your gains are coming from and where your losses are coming from. Thank you. Your losses are coming from. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vivian Sibili. Thank you so much for that contribution. There are a lot of people that have found out that. Do you know that over time, in my course of spiritual journey, I noticed that even when I take people to the water, some people don't know how to cleanse with alligator pepper. The smallest thing of knowing how to cleanse with alligator pepper, they don't know how to do it. A lot of you have fed your chi more than 5 times, done water walk more than 20 times, but still don't know how to venerate this spirit that you offer sacrifice to. Where you know that you are practicing African spirituality is only when you pay a spiritualist for work. There is no way you can get good results. Spirit want to see that what you are connected to them. Are you going to carry sacrifice to give a spirit that you are not talking to, you don't know? Veneration is even stronger than the sacrifice you are going to do, even though sacrifice is important. There are people that have not done any spiritual work today that are successful. You know why? You see native chalk and alligator pepper, it does not live their life. Before they make any decision, they will ask their spirit forces. Before they do anything, they commune with their ancestors. They are very what? Diligent in what? Communication. But you see, some of you, even some of you that are my followers, I can bet you that you see this new month we are in now, you have not had native chalk to venerate. You have not venerated, you have not called your chi, you have not talked to any spirit that follows you, and you say you are African spirituality, you are practicing African spirituality. Please, how are you practicing? How are you doing these things? Please, I want to hear from you people. If you have an altar, that you know that you have an altar, you don't understand what is happening to you, you don't understand, you set altar, you've done your work. I want to hear from you. Let me know how to guide you, how to direct you. You know that you have an altar, you settle your spirit forces. You want to ask questions. Send a request. Let me take your questions before I go. You might not have this opportunity like you have today. Kunta.
No, sorry, I don't want to join. I think I pressed it by mistake.
Oh, you didn't want to come up. Was a mistake. Okay. If you know that you have questions to ask, send a request. Let me guide you. Let me help you. Let me what assist you. You have set your work 1 year ago. You have altar. You don't know what is going on there. Come and ask question.
Oh,
Dr.
my
Agoshimiri.
How are you, Oma?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Yeah, how's everything? How's the family?
Fine.
My question
Very
is,
fine.
I have gone back home last year. I've gone to my
Okay.
mother's village. Even what you are talking, like my own water, don't accept stranger. So it was a old man that do my work for me. I've said to, I even bring my water, but I'm waiting. Every day I will be in my altar, light candle, light incense, do prayer, but I've not started working it. Then, before I started this journey, they told me that my time never reach when I will be 40 years. Like next month, I will be 40. So I'm waiting for my people to speak to me. But I've done everything.
Be connecting. Make that place your sacred place and your place of communication, and you see that by the time you get to 40, it becomes you will fly like a rocket. Why? Because you have understood how they talk, how they commune, everything becomes easy.
So when you are teaching, I was there. Even I go for prayer, but I was listening to your teaching. So I've done everything like what he told me before. You do have fast for me.
Congratulations.
Everything that he told me. I go to my water and the water is so big. Even the water don't accept strangers. So even if I go with somebody there to do
There's some
my work,
waters like that.
yes, the person will not even go there and do my work. Because the water don't accept stranger. I don't know what stranger did to that water. They don't
No,
accept.
there are some waters like that.
Yeah, so it's the old man from the other village when they do water work. Old man, even to work, to have a work, he cannot work better. But it's the one that do my work for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your teaching, your guidance. I really appreciate when he told me
You're welcome.
everything go well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. May
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
Say,
Bye.
Ciego.
Sergio Busquets.
Okay, Sergio Busquets. Which
Yeah,
language is that one?
is a Spanish name,
Oh, okay.
but it means greenhouse pastures.
It's all right.
Yeah. Good evening.
So what's your question?
Okay, I'm just joining the live. I don't know what's up. You can tell me what's
Okay,
up.
you sit down. You sit down and listen so that you know what's
Oh,
going
okay.
on before you send a request, okay?
Oh, okay. All right.
Mercy. Chidera.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. I have a question actually, but it's not it's different from the topic you are talking about. It's just
Okay,
some
ask.
questions. I've been having that. I want to ask.
Please,
I
can you be
also
a bit
want others
audible?
to. I-
Is it raining
Okay,
where
can
you
you hear
are?
me now?
Yeah, it's better.
It's raining here. It's raining too. Okay.
So that means you will
I
shout.
said I want to ask this question. Okay.
Okay.
Because I still feel like other people in their life, they will also learn from the question too.
Okay.
It's a different
Nice.
question entirely from the topic you are teaching about. Okay. I want to know, is there what is the difference between like African spirituality, or should I call it African religion, and spirituality itself? Is there a difference like
You say African religion. When it's a religion, when you
African
say a religion,
spirituality
it means
or
that there is a manual and it's fixed. What you would ask, the question you are how you are
yeah, both
supposed to ask it is there a difference between tradition and spirituality?
tradition and spirituality? Because I heard somebody calling this religion. I'm like, is it actually a religion or is it tradition and
When you say a
um
religion, it means that
tradition
what
and
you have
culture?
a fixed way and manual that people work with and follow through this religion. Just like now, Islam is a
Mm-hmm.
religion, they have the Quran. Christianity is a religion, they have the Bible. But African spirituality is not a religion because we don't have one book that we use to practice. We have different
Ha!
practices.
I heard somebody calling it a religion. So he said it's a religion. That African spirituality is a
That's why I'm
religion. I
saying,
say
I'm explaining to
religion.
you now. You cannot call it a
Okay.
religion. A religion is just like you have a manual that you work with. But let me explain to you, the way we practice African spirituality in Delta State is different from the way we practice African spirituality in Igbo.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot call it a religion because we don't have a fixed manual that everybody follows.
Okay, that's to say
Do you
that calling it
understand me?
religion is wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, I
Yes, it's
understand.
wrong. It's not a religion.
Okay. That would be all
Is
for
that
me.
all?
Yes, that is all.
Okay, thank you. There is a particular lady that was asking me a question on the comment section. She said, what's her name? Sharon. I don't know, Sharon, can you send me a request? He said, Ma, I've done mine, but I'm not hearing from my people yet. Is it normal?
So, can I speak?
Yes, you can speak.
Just like you said, African spirituality is not a religion, it's not organized, it's not something that a few human beings came together and say, oh, we want to start this, we have this doctrine, we have these dogmas. No. You go to Southern Africa, they have their own way of venerating their own spirit forces. You go to Western Africa, where we come from, we have our own ways. Even in that West Africa, in Ghana, they have how they do their things. In Mali, in all over the place, Sierra Leone, people have the way they worship. In Liberia, so it's nothing organized. So it's not a religion; it's a spirituality. Everybody communicates to their own spirit forces in the way they deem fit. That's why where I come from in Igbo land, everybody have their own chi, their own personal God and guardian angel. Everybody has their own altar where they wake up in the morning, they walk down there, venerate their own spirit forces, pour libation, and go about their business for the day. Nobody comes and starts screaming, oh, everybody come together, we need to go to church and start ringing bell for people to come to church. Or come, we need to pray 5 times a day. No. You have your own way of praying, and wherever you are and however you want to do it, it's your business. Nobody coerces you, nobody forces you to do anything. That's African spirituality. You understand your own spirit forces in your own way. You understand them and practice in the way your own spirit forces leads you. What a priest in African spirituality or a priestess can do for you is to guide you towards understanding your own spirit forces and towards setting up, having a setup, how you commune with them. They won't come to control your own spirits for you. No, you have to do it yourself. That's why everybody's staff of authority, which we call Ofo, is unique to that person. Just like a brain box of a car, the brain box of a car is unique to that particular car. That's why every car has their own VIN numbers. You cannot take one VIN number and place it in another car. The cops are going to arrest you. That car will be declared stolen. That's how African spirituality is. When you also have a calling, it's not the way my own spirit forces called me that they are going to call you. It's not the way they communicate with me that they are going to communicate with you. Some people, they show them things in their dreams. Some people, when they sit quietly, they begin to receive messages. Some people, when they look at your head, your forehead, they begin to receive messages. Some people, when they read out your name, they begin to receive messages about you and begin to do afa and tell you what is going on. You see, it's all different. Not everybody does afa with afu giri. If you guys understand what I mean by afu giri. Not everybody does afa with afa miri that has to come with a lot of materials from the water. Some people use candle to do afa and they get it clear. Some people use cowries. Some people use kola nuts. Some people use sand in a tray to do afa. Some people use water to do afa. So however you do yours and you get it right, it's up to you. Nobody should tell you, oh, look at you. Nobody should mock you that you don't know how to do this afa. You don't know. The spirit that called the other person is not the same spirit that called you. Though in all, we owe it all to nature, the elements.
Yeah.
That's it. And the supreme being that controls all of these things. There are hierarchies in African spirituality. And that's how it is. There is a male energy and female energy. We don't believe that everybody came from one man, they took his rib and created every other person. That's fallacy. That's fable. It's not true. Come to think of it, in African spirituality, the deities that are set up with a woman's spirit is more deadly than every other kind of deity you can think about. Yes, women are actually more powerful in the spiritual realm. From a woman comes life. The womb, the man that carries a womb, is the one that produces life here on earth. They are the ones that reproduces life. Yeah, we carry life also as men, but our job is to implant. Then the woman takes it, performs the miracle, and bring out another life. So women are actually very powerful. I'm trying to say that our spirituality is not something that is organized by men. Nobody came together to write a manual, like Omar said. Nobody came to write a manual of what we are supposed to do. It's as good as that every village actually has a way of doing their own thing. That's how free African spirituality is. But at the end of the day, you find out that we are venerating the spirit, the mother goddess of earth. Is the same thing everywhere. Find out that it's the water spirit, our spirit force from the water that we are venerating. It's the same thing everywhere. That is why the Westerners fear so much that if we continue this way, they will not be able to subdue us. They gave us a piece of book called Bible and Quran, and today our brains have been turned to porridge. We don't know what we are doing. Please go back to your roots and try as much as you can to find out the spirit forces that called you, the spirit forces that you are supposed to be venerating. Most importantly, go back to your family tree. Try to know who your ancestors are. From there, you will begin to connect. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the BICBD. Okay, I have a few questions on the comment section. I don't know why they don't want to come up. I don't know if they are shy or something. Someone once told me that I should be careful for another spirit to enter my altar. What does it mean? Yes, altars can be polluted. That's why I tell you it is a taboo. It is wrong for you to be posting your spiritual altar online. A negative energy can pollute your altar. An altar is a sacred place, just like I said. There are some spirits that are very sensitive to negative energy. The slightest spirit energy that goes there, they've left, so they cannot stand it. Just like people that have OCD, they cannot stand one small misarrangement. But some people that don't have OCD, even though they are neat, they can still tolerate it. Spirits are like that. Some cannot stand the slightest negative energy, they will withdraw. So whatever you do, protect your altar like it is your breath. You cannot be posting your altars, let everybody be seeing it. I don't know how those people do it though. I don't know, but you cannot see my altar there because my spirit go first slap me. It will slap me. Because why? It's a sacred place. It should be you and your forces. Is it a decoration that they need to post that the whole world need to see? No, it's not. So that person is right. You protect your altar so that it will not be contaminated. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Another person asked and said, okay, I've told her to come up, she's not there. It's a warning, yes. Just like me now, they've warned me that I should stop posting my spiritual works online. I don't know why, but my spirit forces stopped me. So the only thing I'm going to be posting now online is teaching, because they've stopped me. It looks like I'm doing a lot of work, but why? I can't post it because why? They have stopped me from doing that. So one thing you should know is you listen to your spirit forces. It is not a general call. It is your own. They did not call you with the next person. The next person's rule might not apply to yours. Pay attention to your own so that you will not face the consequences of your action. Mosh. Mosh. I don't know if I pronounced
Yes,
it well.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Mosh. How are you doing?
I'm good. Well done, ma'am.
Yeah. Can we have your question?
Ma?
Can we have your question?
My question, I want to know what the universe has for me, ma.
I don't do such things on my life. I'm sorry. Okay, if you want to do that, you do a private reading.
Okay. How can
Okay, guys, it's believed. Good evening, the goddess herself. It is believed that we don't have anybody that has question again that has to do with an altar. We are all happy. Our altars are speaking for us. Sophia.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Good evening, Sophia.
Please, I want to ask a little question.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, I know the question that I want to ask is not the same of the teaching that you are teaching now, but
Kejeme. Okay.
please, I have some strange things. Sometimes I will stand, somebody will be talking to me, but I can't find anybody beside me, and it's not a dream.
Okay.
I hope I don't. But some people say that I have a mental issue, but I think I'm okay. But I don't know why that thing repeats everything.
Sophia, have you ever done a personal reading to know who you are?
No, I've not done that.
You need to know who you are. Spirits are speaking to you. You are not an ordinary person. They are speaking to you and they want to use you. Try to know who you are so that people don't say you are mad, because you are a special being. Do you understand? What people will see, you will see farther than what they are seeing. Try to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
afa, do consultation, do a reading, know about yourself. It's long
Okay.
overdue. Yeah?
Okay. But sorry, how can somebody do that? Because me, I don't understand all those reading.
You can send me a message here on TikTok that you want to do a reading, right? Or you send this
Okay.
my husband here, this Insibidi Dibia. He does Afa too. Very good. It's even better than me. He can run it for you as well.
Okay. No problem. I think I will follow
Okay?
you so that I can send you a message.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I have done my part. The message they gave me to bring to you people today, I have delivered. The ringing in my ear has stopped because I have talked. I have passed the message. I'll see you again sometime during the week. Until then, be good and stay out of trouble. Bye.